Welcome, everybody, to the R&R CatCast, a fan-based podcast focusing on Montana State athletics. We're two dudes named Ryan from the state of Washington talking about our dear Montana State. We hope you enjoy. All right, welcome back, Bobcat fans. Thanks for joining us on another instant reaction show. I'm here with Thorny. We're going to break down Montana State's homecoming win against the Battling Bears. We'll give you the good, the okay, and the bad, and then we're going to run down the Big Sky. This is just our quick hitter designed to just chit-chat about the game, put out some content right after, just get all the feels out right now, and then marinate in them overnight as we wait for the long form tomorrow. Thorny, we're here.
We're here. It was a good day of football. It was an exciting day of football in the Big Sky.
Yeah, it was, man.
Another weekend of it, just not for the Bobcats, though. One of these times we'll have an exciting game, maybe.
Well, as you said today in an earlier text, it feels like the season's going to start next week. You can't zip by all those 6 wins we just amassed, though.
No. Well, especially, New Mexico. It's not like we haven't done anything to get here, but now it's like, there's been some not too challenging games.
Montana State's in a good position, though. 6-0, 2-0 in the Big Sky, on top of the leaderboard. We are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, let's not take that for granted. 6-0. All right. Love it.
Okay. Well, let's get into the scoreboard around the Big Sky. There was some games that...
There were some games.
Yeah, hold on to your butt kind of moments. So I guess the first one I see right here is the Weber State-Montana game. And Weber wins 55-48 in overtime. I imagine many Bobcat fans watched this game or was privy to it right when it went live. I heard our buddy Pete say they announced it in the crowd at the homecoming. And of course they should, which is really cool. What's your thoughts on Montana?
Their defense is not good.
Yeah.
You're letting the Weber State attack Richie Munoz. I probably said that really weird, but he threw all over the place, man. Like what are the Grizz doing on defense?
Yeah. You said welcome to Rob Ash football.
It kind of feels like that. Scoring 48 points and getting 527 yards of offense and losing. And they dominated time of possession. I don't know what's going on, man. Like I was like, all right, Weber State's headed to Missoula. The Grizz are going to crush them in Missoula and they'll kind of get back on track. No. I think either last week or 2 weeks ago you said, Grizz fans, it'll be fine. You gave out like this speech, like you're going to be all right, Grizz. It's okay. We've seen this play out before. I'm not sure they're going to be okay. Not anymore.
They're still 4-2.
Yeah, but with that defense is consistently giving up 30, 40 points a game.
The only thing that would give me pause was last year, I thought they were absolutely broken watching them play Northern Arizona. And somehow, some way, they righted the ship in a way that I didn't think was possible. Yeah. I was like, this is broken. Like, guys are giving up, and then they rolled to the national championship. So,
I think, they can get back on track, but...
Yeah, 1-2. They'll be in the playoffs. So
I think so.
As long as you can get into playoffs, anything can happen in the playoffs. But
that's right.
It is shocking to see what's going on over the hill. Munoz, 19 for 28, 364 yards with 6 touchdowns. And
he started off like 11 for 11 or something. I think he was like just at one point he had like 5 completions for like 3 touchdowns and like 150 yards or something. They're just throwing bombs all over the place against the porous Grizz secondary. So interesting things going on in Missoula. All right. Crazy ending. You saw this one a little bit, I think. I didn't actually catch the end of it, but UC Davis wins against Portland State in a game they should have lost. And if you watch the final replay, maybe really should have lost. I'm not sure. There's a controversial call that allowed UC Davis to score a winning touchdown that was not overturned. They end up winning 27-26 in Hillsboro.
Felt really bad for Portland State. You want Portland State to win that game for a lot of reasons. but yeah, it felt like Davis, or excuse me, it felt like Portland State won that game twice. They put 1 second back on the clock on the pass, and I could see that. Okay, 1 second back on the clock. Portland State was already celebrating. They go back out. The guy catches it at the sticks. I don't think he was actually in when he caught it. Regardless, UC Davis wins the game going away. They're 5-1, 2-0 in the Big Sky, and Portland State is 0-5, 0-2 in the Big Sky. You thought Portland State was going to have a moment there.
No,
Slipped right through their
they're
fingers.
definitely a little bit tougher at home, and the Cats do have to travel to Hillsboro, so we'll see how that kind of plays out later on. Idaho hangs on to beat Northern Arizona. That was a hard-fought slobber knocker of a game, 23-17. What do you think about that game? You catch any of it?
Just a little bit. I'm surprised I thought Idaho would be more prolific on offense. They only passed for like 100 and I'm not going to click on the stat. I was trying to go off the top of my head. 114 yards.
124 yards.
Yeah, 124 yards. So it's just weird how they're scoring. Like if you look at the stats in that game, stats are pretty low. Total yards, all of it's just pretty low. It was in the Kibbe Dome, so I thought Idaho was going to win that game 23-17. Northern Arizona feels like a tough team. I'm glad we don't play them this year. But man, it sets up the showdown for Friday night underneath the lights at Bobcat Stadium. I cannot wait. It feels like a revenge game. I'm already hyped for this game.
It's going to be an exciting one. Yeah, that was I was expecting them to kind of blow NAU out a little bit, even though I think they squeaked into top 25 at 25 or so, but good win for the Vandals to keep it going. The defense still shutting teams down.
Salty crew for sure. They've endured the injury bug. They play with their hair on fire kind of team, and Coach Eck is that constant riverboat gambler type of coach. Uh, it just works for them. Yeah, that's who they are.
We'll be talking plenty about them tomorrow night.
For sure. All right. I did watch a little bit of this game. The last one on the docket is Idaho State and Cal Poly. Idaho State wins in a walk-off field goal, 41-38, down in San Luis Obispo. Kobe Tracy passed for 425 yards, 30 for 44, 425 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think what did Kobe have against us? Like 220 or something? So he pretty much doubled his.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wild game, man. Wild game.
It's a lot of points for Cal Poly.
Yeah.
Is Cal Poly kind of turning a little bit of a corner here?
They're definitely, I feel like they're probably better than Northern Colorado. Would you say that?
Well, I mean, they beat Northern Colorado last week 20-7.
Yeah.
And then hung with Idaho State, almost got a win. So I don't know. Maybe Cal Poly's not the complete worst team. It's very clearly Northern Colorado right now.
So Kobe Tracy only had 183 yards against us on 33 completions. Yeah, there it is. I don't know, man. Idaho State, Cal Poly. If you're Montana State, you shouldn't worry about those guys. But Idaho State's 3-3, 1-1 in the Big Sky. Cal Poly 2-3, 1-1 in the Big Sky. The only team that has no wins, poor Northern Colorado. Ed Lamb is over for his time in Greeley. Kind of feel for the guy.
They haven't won a game since like 2022.
Oh man, it's gonna be tough. That's gonna be really tough. All right, let's get into the good, the okay, and the bad for this game.
All right. Well, the Cats, I guess. What's the score? I just clicked off of it. Was it 55-17?
55-17.
55-17. All right. The first thing I have in my good category, it looked like we kind of opened up the offensive playbook a little bit. I saw some passes to the tight ends. I saw some deep shots. That little trick play with Tamakola throwing a pass to Taco Dowler. Seemed like we kind of opened it up a little bit, and I liked that.
It's the first time we really had a balanced passing attack, and that's my first thing in the good category as well. Is Montana State pretty much had a balance between, let's go to the box score real quick, passing and rushing, all around 250. I'm not getting into it right now, but yeah, it was interesting to see. Montana State doesn't normally pass more than they run the ball,
No.
rush it. but this is the game. Okay, passing, we had 278. We rushed for 232. How many times you're going to see that?
Yeah, on just 4.8 yards a carry on the rushing attack. So
Yeah, that's a concern for me, but we'll get into that.
yeah,
I thought Ty McCullough just had an awesome game. I'm sorry. I'm, I'm all scratchy at the throat today. I ran a cross country race and I think I need some water. Ty McCullough, I just like his leadership. I like how fast he is. I like that he's left-handed. I didn't see that one coming. I was like,
no,
oh, he just threw that pass. I was like, is he left-handed? Yep. Rewound it. Yep. He'd hit that streaking taco dollar. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
absolutely. I had a good game, and I think you texted it, and I saw it too when he the little sprint over the finish line, like the tape, putting himself over the tape at the end there. Loved it on that touchdown reception. What else did I have? I thought Tommy threw a really good deep ball today. He has pretty accurate passes. One of those to tie was pretty easy blown coverage, but that one to Adam Garrigan was a dime. It was a beautiful pass, streaking
That was
over the middle like in stride. Like haven't seen that in a while.
over the middle. What?
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? That was crazy. The play action pass was there all day. We could have probably hit probably four or five more, I think, if we wanted it. Montana State still wanted to establish the run. Northern Colorado was committing 8 to 9 in the box, really stymied us in the run. But yes, the passing game was good. A little critique with Tommy there. This would be my like kind of okay is like he really likes the quick outs. Like that's obviously like quick strike to the right, quick strike to the left. Uh, I would, I wish he would let plays develop a little bit, or maybe that's just not the play we're calling. I'm not sure. I could see some more open routes in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ready to go to the okay yet, I guess. So, but since you
Okay,
said
yeah,
it,
me either.
yeah, okay, all right. Well, it's everything I thought was I had my good category. Despite and I didn't catch the whole game, so but despite Sandstead missing an extra point, the special teams continues to be pretty solid this year, and that's such a departure from last year a little bit. Field goals pretty good. Why does it say Ryan Lonergan missed the extra point?
He didn't.
Okay, I was like, did I not see that? Okay.
No.
But overall, I mean, I feel confident in our field goal kicking and our kick returns and our punt returns and our kickoffs. I feel all confident, like kind of all four of the phases, I guess you say, of the special teams, and I like that's a good place to be.
I'll take full responsibility of that missed PAT
Yeah,
because I called him out last week. I said, "Oh, he's perfect, like 25 or 25," and then I mentioned even out loud, I go, "I'll probably just jinx him for the next one." Doink! There you go.
sure did.
My gosh, that's so weird.
It's okay.
Uh
You got it out of the way now.
yeah. Thing good for me is MSU fans. Man, it's still just breathtaking to me when they pan through the crowd, how cool it looks at Montana State. And I know it's even better when you're in person, but man, just I would just remember Ryan where we came from
Yeah, I was just
back in
thinking that.
2000s when we early 2000s when we were standing in the stands and to see what it is now, it's just something special. And they're still coming. They're still coming even for Northern Colorado. Granted, it's homecoming. They're still coming. I love it. You guys, MSU fans, you make it special. It looks beautiful on camera.
Sounds good on TV. Looks good on TV. Love it.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
I'm not sure everything else in the good category. I guess the turnovers. We got a few turnovers. That was good to see. Nice interception by Danny Yu, and then a jumping on a bad snap,
Mm-hmm.
and then what was there's one other fumble on here. I'm not sure what it was,
Oh yeah, I remember that we had to.
but yeah,
I can't remember that.
that's in the good category. Got some turnovers, and it's good to see.
We need more. It's going to be big going forward.
Yes.
The okay category, I have running question mark. I'm a little bit concerned about a running game. Either that or how teams are defending us. Kind of the same thing, I suppose, because against two lackluster bottom feeder type of Big Sky teams, we're just not breaking off the big ones like we used to. So yes, it's becoming more of a concern for me.
Yeah, the explosive running game seems to have dissipated a little bit. I'm looking through the stats, and Scotty Humphrey had a 43-yard run. But Colson
Yeah.
Kuhn had a long of 12. Adam Jones had a long of 12. Tommy had a long of 13. It's like we're not just ripping off the giant chunks anymore. We're still, and we only got 4.8 yards per carry in this game, which is still pretty decent.
Only.
But as far as Bobcat rushing goes, it's not that great. Teams are kind of figuring out the running game, it looks like a little bit. That's why putting some of the stuff on film that Tommy can connect on those deep balls, or that we're willing to go into the playbook and hit you with a wide receiver touchdown pass. I think those things will help soften up some defenses in the future. Little tendency breakers, as they say.
That'll definitely help. It was just concerning to see a lot of like 2-yard runs
Yeah, it's
on second down. You're like, what? Now we're in 3rd and 7, and we're not a 3rd and 7 type team.
no.
So we were able to overcome a lot of that with just outmatching the Bears. But yeah, it was very kind of like, I hope this is not something that's going to continue. Another okay for me was tackling. We just, I don't know, we lay big hits, but we don't wrap up. I think of McKade Riley smoking Keone, their quarterback. He just checked him with his shoulder, and just it looks good on TV. Wrap up, man. Some of the tackles in the secondary were just going low, just taking out their knees. Wrap up. So I just think poor tackling form is still a concern
Yeah,
for Montana
I
State.
saw Caden Dowler do that a lot last week. He was hitting with his shoulder and wasn't actually getting any tackles.
Yeah. So I'm not sure with that. So Kane Dowler left the game. We'll see what happens.
Oh no, I
Kinda,
didn't catch that.
yeah, see what Vegan says tomorrow.
In my okay category, I just have, in general, like Tommy's still missing some easy throws, and he seems to put them in the dirt when he does. And I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's arm strength or like 10-yard passes. I don't know if it's mechanics or if he's rushing the throws, if he's panicking, if he thinks he's going to get hit. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's some wide open throws he's been missing there. I mean, go back to the New Mexico game. He missed a couple crucial ones where guys were wide open and he just sailed it or threw in the dirt. It's like, I'm not sure. Like, it's got to be mechanics, I would imagine, but I don't know. No one's going to hit them all. No, not NFL quarterbacks miss wide open throws, but he continues to miss some throws. Like, how did you miss that one so badly?
I think a couple of those. One of them was on like a 3 and out. We had back-to-back 3 and outs. One to end the second half or the first half, and one to start the second half. That kind of was in my bad category, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of frustrating when we have the screen set up and he puts it right at his feet.
Yeah, right. You got to give your guy a chance to catch the ball. They don't even have a chance on those.
Do you have any other okays? Because I'm going to move to the
That
bad.
is literally the only thing I had in the okay category.
Okay. One of mine was the penalties that are controllable. You might say fully all penalties are pretty controllable. Taking 6 points off a touchdown return because you're flexing over a dude, you're getting a unsportsmanlike call during the play is not okay. There is certain things at Montana State they are doing right now that is not championship level. And I thought Ty Gregorak made a good point when he said Montana State wants to be a championship team. They got to get these little things buttoned up. So I think we had 5 penalties for something. They only had 1 penalty or something like that. We'll run down the stats tomorrow, but just a little frustrated with the penalties, the stupid ones.
Yeah. No, we seem to have gotten a fair share of unsportsmanlikes this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
I don't mind playing with chippiness, and like, I mean, I don't know, Thorny, tell me this. Just like when Taco House that call, you're like, that's going to come back. Somehow that's going to come back.
I didn't catch that one part, actually. I didn't see it.
It was in a way from the play. Coach Vegan mentioned that in his post game. Apparently somebody on Bobcat Nation said he was so mad. He like raced 40 yards down the field to get in the guy's face.
Do you know who did it?
I heard it was Dayton Gray. It was number 13. I don't have my roster with me, but I'll have to check that.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I love guys that play with fire, but gotta still keep it wrapped up. Don't get penalties for it.
Yeah, right.
In my bad category, I don't remember what got us into the situation, so maybe you can refresh my memory. It was like 2nd and 23, and we just ran the ball
Oh,
like twice up the gut and punted it, and didn't even like attempt to get a first down. I don't know how we got in a 2nd and 23. I don't remember. I think it was a
holding.
botched sideways pass or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a backwards pass fumble. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, we ran the ball twice up the gut and got like 6 yards back and then punted. It's like no real effort by the staff to convert that 2nd and 23. That was a little frustrating, but I mean we're getting pretty nitpicky here.
On my end, almost giving up a halftime score again to the Battling Bears. Oh, nothing boils my blood more than just letting a team march down with 30, 40 seconds left and then trying to hold on when we're pitching a shutout. Oh, just drove me nuts there. And
Do
they
you
were
think we
hitting the
lose a little
seam
bit
route.
of focus in these games when the game's over by the second quarter? Do you think we're just losing a little bit of like motivation on them?
Yeah, but a championship team should just be able to shut it out right
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to figure out why it
Yeah.
might be happening.
They picked us apart on the seams, and that's where we had troubles last year. Uh, so hopefully, well, Idaho State's going to see that, or excuse me, Idaho's going to see that. They'll try to do the same thing. Uh, we were already subbing in at that point though, but man, can't take that. Drives me nuts.
Okay. Anything else in the bad?
Yeah, just back to back 3 and outs on the bookends of the halves. So that was I always want to come out scoring and to go 3 and out when you had a whole halftime to talk about it against UNC.
Yeah.
Not a way to start.
No, not. You at least have a sustained drive. You can't come out with 3 and out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Well, there's our quick little hitter instant reaction show. I know we've been kind of slacking on those. Apologize, but here it is today. Thanks everyone for listening to this show. We appreciate it. You can always find us on the web, RRCatcast. Find us on Twitter, X, RRCatcast, Instagram, RRCatcast. And fully, I'll see you tomorrow. Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.